Let's play the C major scale. You may have seen it before. If you haven't, don't worry. Simply play along. This is the position that most people are familiar with starting the C major scale. It's that famous sound that is the solfege. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Starts on the note C, and then it plays a certain specific series of notes that are a certain set of intervals apart. Then it goes all the way up from one C, up to the next C, the next octave, and then back down. So, why is that the C major scale? Let's have a little bit closer look at it. In our intervals lesson, we learned that we change the notes of the guitar by playing different frets, and that certain notes are certain intervals and distances apart that we can measure all along one string. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to understand how the C major scale generates the result of this pattern that we know and love as beginner guitar players. We're going to start on the note C, 3rd fret, A string. First important thing to realize is that the C major scale, likewise every major scale, is built from a formula. The formula is this. Play one note, and then you go up a whole step. Then you go up another whole step. Then you go up a half step. Then you go up another whole step. Then another whole step. Then another whole step. Finally, a half step. So, the major scale, the reason that it sounds as it does is because there's a certain series of intervals in between its notes. The specific series of intervals are whole step, half step. Then whole step, half step. Now I've laid it out all along one string so that it's very easy to see those intervals. You'll also notice that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. I go from C to C. An octave, or 15 minus 3 is 12 frets. There's our octave showing up again. Now, what I want you to notice especially is that this yields the result of C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. All of the letters of the musical alphabet from C to C. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. If I do it linearly like this also, it's important that you recognize that this is essentially how the scale is laid out on a piano. This is mimicking the series of white keys that you see on a piano. So that the C, D, and E, those are the 3 white keys that are next to one another with 2 black keys in between, sharp and flat. Then the E and the F are 2 of the white keys that are next to one another. Starting at that F, then you have a F, G, A, B, and those are the 4 white keys that have 3 black keys, the pattern of 3 black keys, 1, 2, 3, in between them. Then the B and the C are next to one another, and that's where the pattern starts again. So, the major scale sounds the way it does, and it's shaped, formed on the guitar and the piano the way it is because it is this formula. 1, whole step to 2, whole step to 3, half step to 4, whole step to 5, whole step to 6, whole step to 7, and then half step to 1 again, or to 8, the octave. That's where the term octave comes from, is 8. So, you have these intervals. A 1, the 2 is whole step up, another whole step up is the major 3, then a half step up is the 4, whole step up, the 5, another whole step up, the 6, another whole step up, the 7, and then half step up, the octave. The major scale is a series of whole steps and half steps. All of the notes are whole steps apart except for 1, 2, 3, the 3 and the 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, the 7 and the 1. The C major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. 1, 7, 6, 5, and then 4, 3, 2, 1.